I'm very good. Getting ready to move to another home. So a process of packing and doing, family stuff.
You're in Ecuador at the moment.
Yes, right now I am in Ecuador. Yes.
Amazing. And how is it there?
Very nice. Yeah, it's very beautiful. The city is very nice. Everything is wonderful. I like it very much.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much for meeting me again.
I'm very happy to be with you. Tell me, how is it going?
So, I've got some questions. Obviously, I want to share this video with our community, and there'll be people listening to this. And obviously, look, I've been following you and Camilla, I think when you guys were still pregnant with your first baby, so it's a number of years. And we're really excited to be hosting you in South Africa next year. So just for the people that don't know too much about you yet, what I love about your work is it's very unique. So for the last, correct me if I'm wrong, for the last 9 years, maybe more actually, you've been teaching with Camilla the Breatharian or the pranic method for over 9 years. And at the time that I learned it, it was about over 20 countries. It's probably more now.
Yes, it is growing year by year to more countries.
It's amazing. So you've been teaching the pranic method, the Breatharian method, and obviously I've been following you for a number of years, and I've seen that it's been growing in its awareness since then. A lot more people are learning about it, are taking part in it, are looking for something different. They are asking a lot of questions about this, specifically when it comes to, I'd say, human potential and what we can do, and the belief systems around the right way to live or the limitation of how we can live. And what I love about the work that you do is, obviously with us at Conscious Healing Global, there's a big emphasis on really exploring what we can do and exploring experiencing the best levels of health and awareness and relationships, because it's all connected. So I just want to ask you some questions that I have from our community. And the first question is, Akhai, the pranic method, the 8-day pranic method that is very unique to you. It's something that I know that you are the global leader in currently. And the question is, what in your experience are the benefits of it? So what I've read, because I haven't taken part in it myself, but what I've read is that when a person takes part in this process, what they could experience is evolution of consciousness, physical healing, emotional and spiritual healing. And one thing that was quite interesting that I read, which is resetting of the DNA. So I'd like you to, if you can, just expand on that and maybe explain what that means, and is that a real thing?
Yeah, of course it's real. When we talk about DNA, we are talking about the information that we are carrying within our body, the order within us, yeah, our perfect structure, our perfect essence, yeah, and that's our DNA, our blueprint. But as we in life, we continue living, we absorb different influences from people, from the society. We accept different belief systems, some positive, other negatives. And we also, as human beings, gain a lot of emotional overload through the different sources of information that the society is pouring through us. That information begins to change our belief system, begins to change our original information, what we are, the health that we carry within us as our natural state, and the love for humanity, the connection with the earth, the connection with the cosmos, all of that essential information that is part of our DNA begins to fade as we begin to receive other influences and other belief systems and accept those as truth for us.
Yeah.
So that's how we influence our DNA, how the epigenetics of our DNA works, based in the influence and the information that we are putting to our own bodies. So in this process, the 8-day process, among the many benefits that I have seen through the 10 years of sharing the process, is that as we are gaining new energy, as we are consciously breathing and opening our energetic systems and as well our body to this new energy, this energy is so pure and intelligent because it's the energy of life, the pranic energy that gives motion, order to all living things. As we are open to this energy during the 8-day process and breathing it consciously, this energy begins to organize again our essential information. And the way how it does that is by detoxing a lot of the overload of information that is toxic, that is unhealthy. So when I mean information that is overloaded, I mean about emotions, for example, the overload of emotions that are somehow obstructing your essential pure information, yeah? As well, the overload of thoughts, people sometimes that carry a lot of thoughts, people are living in the past, people are living in the future, and that do not allow them to be focused in the present and to receive the benefits of a pure, fresh information. Yeah. As well, our physical body holds a lot of information, a lot of trauma, a lot of childhood information that has been, integrated through our lives. Our body holds that information. So as we, in these 8 days, we allow for our body to relax, to rest, to not eat, to not have the same information that it always has, because food is information for the body, yeah? And also the people eat because they have emotions, or they have different, emotional attachment related to food. So there is a lot of information in the act of eating. And when we are not eating for a certain period of time, in this case is the 8 days, all that information is stopped.
Right.
So the body has a chance to reset, and to go back to its original information. And in that state of original information, the body remembers that it's healthy. It remembers that its essence is energy. It remembers that we are connected to all things that are alive. It remembers that the breath is the way how we actually nourish our body. So there is a whole reset, like going back to the essence, to the initial memories of our being, and reactivating them back. And this way we can access that information, that essence in this present moment, and take advantage of all this amazing, powerful energy that is available for us all the time, that is healthy, that is rebalancing, regenerating. But as we sometimes are built up with information, we cannot access that, that state of neutrality in which we can receive the benefits of life. And when we have cleaned our DNA, when we have detoxified our information, we have a clean energy body, a clean energy field. And when we have a clean energy field, our body begins to respond to that purity. Yeah, so any illness or anything that is bothering the body, any disorder will fade away, because the prana is intelligent energy that organizes all living things. And as much as its flow through us, more order we have within our bodies. And order means health. order means control of our lives.
That is amazing. You had written something a few weeks ago, I think it was on social media, about not really liking to be attached to this word breatharianism, because maybe it's a limited word. But can you explain, what does it mean to live this way? I think it's very new for people, and I think our mind needs to kind of, I don't know, there's a part of us that doesn't understand it completely. But from your perspective, I mean, you've been living like this for many years. What does it mean to you? Because I kind of get that it's more than just eating less or not needing to eat. It's so much more than that.
Exactly, yes. It's actually so bigger and so complete and so enlightening that words cannot really embrace the magnitude of this, because the breatharian, if we separate the words breatharian, there is this word that says breath.
Yeah.
So all of this is actually related to the breath, to use the breath to increase our energy, to receive energy from the cosmos. Yeah. So as it says at the beginning, the word is not talking about not eating,
Right.
It's not mentioning something like non-ether or non-etherian, this is about breath.
Yes.
It's somebody that is aware that in the universe exists energy, and that is capable of bringing that energy into its body through the breath and through different energy channels that we can amplify to receive energy into our bodies. Yeah, that's the real breatharian, who is in connection with the source of life, with the prana, through the breath. But the breath is not only a way of nourishment. It is a way how we gain nourishment and energy and information, but also is a path to a very deep state of meditation. The breath leads us to a very deep connection with very high states of consciousness, because we breathe and we focus ourselves in our own energy, and we become to realize that everything is energy. As we breathe, we calm our mind and we connect with our love, with our true power, and we realize that everybody has that power of love in their hearts. You see, as we are in the breath, we connect with our spiritual body, with our spiritual power, you see. And this spiritual power leads us to understand that everything has the spirit, that everything is alive, that the spirit of all things are there to share information with us. So is actually, to understand that there is energy in everything, and there is communication between these energetic levels, these energetic networks of information that we can, create with all living things, as we are now aware that prana exists in everything, and we are in the field of it all the time. You see, right. Prana is powerful, intelligent energy. And when we tap in this intelligent energy, we tap in what the universe is thinking.
Wow.
How the universe is seeing each planet, how the universe is seeing humanity. Is different than seeing humanity from inside of the bubble. It's like seeing humanity from the eyes of the universe. And when we see humanity from the eyes of the universe, we see perfection. We see that everything is perfect, that every human being is perfect, that all experiences of life are perfect, because there is a greater plan, a greater order, a greater project that the universe is projecting universally, the refinement of the humanity.
It's amazing that you say in this moment that when we get to that place, we see things not through our bubble, but through the perspective of the universe, because I think all of us in some way, we resist reality as it is. We resist, and we have judgments on a lot of things that our city must be like this, our leaders must be like this, the education system, we're resisting a lot of things, the food industry, the education system. Okay, this is just my perspective. The education system, the other person shouldn't be treating that person like that. There's a lot of resistance that we're fighting every day. And so it's quite powerful to hear you say that from that perspective. It's almost, I feel, as if the resistance falls away. And because everything is perfect, as you say. And we don't always see things as perfect. From this
and that's one of the big issues in humanity, is that humanity has become very dependent in others, dependent in the government, dependent in the system. There is always, humanity has learned to blame to others for the lack of success, you see? And that is because we have not been educated to connect with our own power, to connect truly with who we truly are, with our power to create our own life. So we become dependent because we think that they should provide what we need for us to achieve success. But when we recognize with our own gift, with our own talent, we have that power for all our lives. So we become independent, and we become creators, and we are not victims anymore. Because that's one of the problems also, that people, because they are dependent, they also are victims. Because if they don't have what they wanted, they try to blame somebody, and they feel victims of the society, or victims of the conspiracy, or victims of the food industry, or victims of the religions, or victims of this, you see. And there's a lot of victimism in the humanity. But when we polarize that, and we connect with our true power, and we start seeing life from the eyes of the universe, life in which there is perfection, we are not victims anymore. Even that we have had strong experiences in some part of our life, maybe we had trauma, or we had something strong to experience, or any challenge, we stop being victims of that challenge. We stop being victims of that trauma. And we see that as something that somehow leads us to become who we are. It leads us to become more wiser. It leads us to become more aware of how we behave in life, you see. And that's evolution. So we came out of the victim mode to understand perfection, and to live in that understanding. And as we live in that path of perfection, seeing things from the eyes of perfection, we start accessing the laws of the universe. That is something, another chapter of this evolution, that is what a real breatharian can access. Because through the breath, we access the intelligence of the universe. And this intelligence, we understand how important is the message that we project, how valuable is the energy that we emanate from our being, how our energy attract other things, how our energy influence our future, how our thoughts influence everything. We become aware of that, because as you are pranic, as you are living on prana, your mind becomes very refined, and it starts to refine every thought, begins to understand everything about you, what kind of energy you are putting out, you see. So you begin to learn how important it is for you to have a positive energy, how important it is for you to always think about yourself positively. You begin to learn how important it is for you to talk about yourself in a healthy and happy way, and to not put yourself down, but always, to maintain yourself in a higher energy. So we learn to program ourselves into a new life, into a new energy.
I can't wait. Okay, I've got one more question for now. And what's really important, because, people around Johannesburg are asking me a similar question. And the question is, can anyone attend the 8-day process, regardless of what their diet is like, what their lifestyle is like, their age? Can anyone attend?
That is a wonderful question, and the answer is yes. Through the last 10 years, I have shared the process with kids of 12 years. No, actually 8 years was the last one in Poland. 8 years old, and people from 96 years old.
Wow.
And actually the person of 96 years old, he did it twice.
Amazing.
So, and I have seen people that have, people that has been very ill, people that have chronic illnesses. I mean, I don't kind of guarantee it or make any promise about any healing and anything like that, because I cannot guarantee anything. But I have seen, like over and over and over, people that have many issues of health, even chronic illnesses, including cancer and, chronic pain, among many others, that the process healed them. But it's amazing though. And it's because a lot of the issues in the body is because they have so much toxic energy built up, you see?
Yes.
And the body is so contracted, the energy systems are so blocked that the body cannot function right, you see? But in the AD process, because we are doing these breathing techniques that it refresh us, it calms our mind, it calms our emotions, you see? And because it is 8 days that we are doing the same, you see, in this kind of a sacred time, the energy builds, the release of layers of toxicity in our mind, body, emotions, and soul continue day by day. So we are letting go layers and layers, and sometimes even things that are from our older generations, like
Yes.
from our parents, our grandparents, that are passing through, and in the process we can see that that thing is what is bothering us. And in the process is so intelligent that it adapts to every person. So it doesn't matter if you have any physical need or any kind of physical healing that you require, the process will understand that you are facing a physical issue, and the process energy will go to that part of your body to help you in that challenge. If you have a emotional issue, the
Yes.
process will work in that part to solve that and to bring you back from that place to a place of happiness. If you are sick, the process will work for you to help you to bring you from that place of sickness to a place of health. You know what I mean? So the process is intelligent and will adapt to the needs of each being.
That's amazing. So it's not necessarily health, but we can use it also for depression, emotional issues. It doesn't matter really.
Doesn't matter, because how can I tell you, this energy, the prana, is energy of well-being. Is energy that has only one direction. It's a current that has only one direction, and that direction is well-being. So it's like a ride, like a bus of well-being. And doesn't matter from which stop you get into the bus. It is
Okay.
the stop in which you are sick, it is the stop in which you are depressed, it is the stop in which you want to experience the true evolution of your consciousness, it is the stop in which you want to jump in this current to experience the true enlightenment. Doesn't matter. You jump in this bus, from wherever you are, it will lead you to the well-being, to the most improved version of you in the well-being.
You've been practicing this process now or living this process for, is it 10 years? Is it more?
It is going to be 10 years. It is in the process of being 10 years now.
So what is life like for you now and your family? It must be amazing.
We have seen so many changes, from the beginning when we started until now, and the changes are only good, only getting better, you see?
Yeah.
Getting better, because as we feel one change, we adapt to that change, to that place, and then from that place, we project something even better.
Yeah.
So we keep climbing, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And because we have these resources of energy and this attraction power, we climb one stair and then we go to the next stair. So we are always improving in our lives, always looking for, always living better and better. That will be it. Enjoying life every year better and better.
Amazing. Well, look, we've always here at me and my husband, and especially here at Conscious Healing, I've always personally believed that health is the foundation to everything. Nothing matters without health. And when I say health, I mean all health, emotional, spiritual, mental. It's absolutely critical, and it just makes everything more richer. And I really can't wait, honestly. It's just around the corner. You'll be in Johannesburg with us. We'll start the 8-day process on the 22nd of March, 2018,
Yes.
right here in Johannesburg. So I'm really, on behalf of all of us, can't wait to host you. It's right around the corner. What are we in? It's October today, October the 6th. So we've got a good, just over 5 months left until you make your journey here. And it's your first time to South Africa and to Africa.
Yes, and thank you so much for inviting me. I did try to go before twice, but didn't happen. You know, something happened, but didn't conclude. But now I'm very happy that you are really creating the opportunity for me to bring these super amazing teachings to that part of the world and to plant the seed in your community for this to effortlessly grow. You will notice how beautiful it will activate something very nice.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to say thank you for now. I am very happy. I've got all the answers that I need for now. So we will talk again soon, and I'll share some more feedback from here and everyone here that has any more questions. So until then, I wish you a beautiful weekend.
Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Thank you, Akhai. All the
love
best
for your family and for all of you in South Africa. And I'm looking forward to be with you next year in March.
Thank you, Akhai. It's an honor. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Cheers.
Ciao.